All right, and we are back. Apologies for the little hiccup there. That's actually just on me. Drivers are unfortunate circumstances, but we are good. We are good now. We have all the teams now. I believe they're all warming up anyway, so it kind of worked out a little bit. But sorry to have to turn the stream off, turn it back on. But we should be fine for the rest of the day now.
Yep, little hiccups here and there, but hey, it's technology. Nothing's going to be set in stone.
Welcome to LAN.
Exactly. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of difficulties. I mean, this is the first time in the year that we're doing a LAN so of this magnitude. So being able to really work out the kinks makes it a better experience the next time we do it, or worse. But we're going to move on besides the point as we're allowing the teams to really warm up. We're going to do a little team introduction as well before we get things kicked off. And when we do those team introductions, we're going to go immediately into the game.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I just want to see this series. This is the series I've been waiting for at least out of the ones that we have set. Now, I do want to mention this. I don't know the full bracketing of it, but if I'm understanding it correctly, if Southern Miss lose this series, there's a chance they could play the Academy team in the low losers bracket.
USM versus USM. Oh my goodness.
I mean, you can't write a script better than that.
I don't think we want to go in the loser bracket, to be honest with you.
No, I would
script
agree.
you're looking at. I don't know what type of fairy tale ending is that, but that is not the script we want to go with. I mean,
No.
for the Academy, that would be a great story. I mean, knocking off your senior team and then making your way to the championship, that's a story. It's like Kent State somehow making it into the college playoffs, even though they're 0-10. They're one of the worst teams in the playoffs.
I just looked at it, and yeah, the loser of this series will play Southern Miss Academy. So I'm sure they're watching, seeing who they're going to end up facing in losers round one. And the loser of the other series, that is Nicholls State, Mississippi State, the loser of that series will go on to play Ole Miss in lower round one. Prediction there, real quick, if you would like for me to give one, I think it's going to be a Nicholls State 3-1. That's just what I see for that series.
I mean, they are the heavily favorites. They are number one, correct, in the stand, like in their group.
Nicholls State was second, I believe, in their group.
Second, all right. Well, I mean, being the higher seed, you are favorite to be the winner. So that's just a general thing. I mean, looking at the map counts, if you can,
I can pull it back up.
give this case right there.
There you go. Oh, the group standings. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, looking at Nicholls State, out of the 14 matches, they won 10 out of the 10 matches out of the 14, which is a very good. And you have Northwestern Oklahoma go 12-1, so that's a high map differential. So I don't know, it doesn't really showcase a lot of the numbers, but it showcased that they were able to win in their group 10 matches, and that's huge in that regard. So
yeah, they're another team that's like really interesting to see. I haven't seen a whole lot from this Nicholls State squad. I saw a couple of their games, if I'm thinking of them correctly, but I'm intrigued to see that roster. Obviously, that'll be on the B stream, so we won't be seeing that here. I believe that's going to be on the B stream. I'm not going to confirm that right now, but believe that's on the B stream. So that we likely will not see that here. But if they manage to keep getting through the upper bracket, we certainly will see them on the main stage eventually.
oh yeah, and that's going to be a great showing and great outing for everyone here as you have the top dogs being able to showcase their skills and showcase why they did so well in the qualifiers, but also being able to really be on the platform for them to show out. And, of course, I mean, if you're ever in this opportunity, you want to be able to have the spotlight. And we make sure we give each team their equal spotlight, give them a chance. I mean, you make your way all the way over here, which we thank y'all for coming out for the USM Army LAN, but also being able to really, showcase esports, showcase the competition, the competitiveness, and showcase why we do it. So that's a great thing to be able to have, and being able to have all these people around, communicating, able to show, get to see what we offer, and potentially, hey, you never know, we might see these faces next semester. So this is always a great opportunity.
We're talking about the transfer portal right now.
Exactly. I mean, that's something that we have to showcase even with Southern Miss. I mean, we can dish out a little here and there, offer to provide some, free starting positions or starting spots, and you want to be the face of something, this is a chance for you to showcase it out. But hey, that's not me. That is somebody else's job. And quite frankly, if we do, heck, that's great for us. We don't, there's always more in the pond. than you need in the tank.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we will be getting into this soon. I believe there's a couple players dealing with login issues. This game is kind of weird with how logins and stuff work. So, like, I see two players just sitting at the menu screen. There's something amok right now, and we're working on getting that handled. And of course, that's how LAN works, and at least especially in Call of Duty, you get some weird, goofy stuff happening. But we will get into the game as soon as we are absolutely available to.
Yeah, but if we don't get to it, unfortunately, I will have to depart in a little bit. I do, however, as of course you're seeing that I am a DJ, I do have a wedding I have to DJ in a few hours. So I
Yeah.
am trying my best
Short
to
on
not
time.
be, of course, show up on time, but also not miss out on the great action here. But if I do have to substitute, we do have a plentiful of great casters, so it's not going to be just me and Wizard. We will be switching out from time to time to give a variety and gives our chance to not fry their vocal cords for the finals for tomorrow. And of course,
Yeah.
I mean, we're playing till what, 9 p.m. tonight?
I
So
think it's actually set to, well, yeah, probably until 9, but the last round is set to start at 7:30 Central. So long night, or more so long day than long night. Depending on how you take this Saturday, there are going to be a couple teams that will get eliminated today. Losers round 3 is where we will close out the night. That again is at 7:30 p.m. Those are going to be best of fives. We'll see though throughout the entire tournament. By the way, just to give a general idea, everything is a best of 5 until grand finals, which will make a best of 9. So that will be handled over tomorrow morning, evening, afternoon, if you will. It's 3:30. It's like all of the above, to be
I mean,
honest.
technically, if you're a night owl waking up at 2:30, that is your morning. So hey, I
That's
mean, it could
perfect.
be a good morning. I mean, I'm not a man who hates brunch, but I really love brunch. And waking up at 2:30 and being able to have brunch or blender or whatever you call it, a mixture of things.
Just adding a bunch of words together to make
Right.
one.
I mean, hey, Waffle House is open 24/7. Always a go-to spot. When you're in
As
a
always.
pickle, Waffle House is there.
And I actually thought we were loading into the map. I saw one person loading into a skyline with bots, and I was like, "Oh, they're loading in. I didn't know that." And then no, it's just an FFA, but it's all right. We will. I believe we have all the players on stage. We have all the players getting into the game, so we should be good to do introductions here really soon, and then hop into our series.
Yeah, it looks like they're just warming up as two players that we witnessed that were just sitting in the main screen, just twiddling their thumbs, able to actually get in and actually warm up. So this is going to be a good opportunity for us to get this match going because I know a lot of you in the stands and also watching are a little antsy, want to get this going, want to be able to see your team play. And of course, as always, if you're watching us, we also have a YouTube. If you're watching us from Twitter, not Twitter, Twitch, are we also streaming on YouTube?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, we're
That's
streaming.
going to be B stream, so there's no commentary, but there is game audio. So you'll just hear the game, and then we have the same overlay as we do here on A stream. So you'll see who's playing and all that as well.
Alrighty. So not only we're on YouTube and Twitch, but we also have an Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. As Instagram and TikTok, we showcase our highlighted plays throughout the week and game day. But also on Twitter, make sure you follow that as we showcase all the updates on any sports that we have in our program and also updates on the LAN in real time. So if you miss anything, make sure you check out the Twitter as we'll be able to fill you in and hopefully keep it all continuing on and not have like a little break where we give you an update. Next, we don't ghost you for 2 hours. But hey, we're working what we are working with, and we are grateful for what we have today. Now, I think we're gonna see if.
And also, I do believe that it is going to be Nicholls State, Mississippi State on B stream. So there's also a chance that series may have started. I don't know what's going on. I cannot see that far. I wish my eyes worked that way, but they do not. So not 100% sure what we're seeing, all we're going to see over there, but we should be ready to go in just a minute here, as now I'm starting to see players get into the lobby, and we can get everyone lined on up too to bring them
we're
out
gonna
for the
do a quick little
introductions.
introduction to showcase the teams. Gonna be able to, I don't know their names at all, but we're gonna be able to let them showcase who they are, remember their faces, so then when we get in and started, we're gonna allow them to really get this ship going.
Absolutely. I'm still excited for this. I know we've been waiting for a while. I'm still excited for this match. I mean, this is one I've talked to the team about a good bit as well. It's not just that I'm intrigued by the matchup because I know a lot of these players. It's also I've been talking to Southern Miss about this game. They are very prepared. They know what they need to do. They've been waiting to play this team for at least a week or so now, especially knowing that they're going to take them on in the first round of the bracket, their first round of the bracket. It's technically round two, but it's their first round of the bracket. So we'll see who goes on then to play the winner of Northwestern Oklahoma State and LSU. That's who the winner will face here after we are done. But that is going to be in the quarterfinals, which will not take place until a fair amount later today. That's not going to be until around 5:30, maybe slightly different time period, but but relatively, that's where we're looking to start.
That's
that
the
one.
goal. That's what we're planning on doing.
Exactly.
That is what we're really planning on doing now. Of course, I mean, as the time ticks, I mean, we all getting antsy. We all excited for it, but you know, you gotta focus on your keys. You can't just get checked out. You gotta lock in. You gotta do your pregame ritual. You gotta do whatever you gotta do to not lose focus or get cold. I mean, with this long wait and these technical difficulties, it's easy for a player to get checked out. I mean, hell, I was in this position before, so this is a tough position because I mean you're just kind of waiting, you're just doing whatever you gotta do to stay hot, stay fresh, keep your mindset at a decent place and not just like go to la la land and just start thinking about what I'm gonna have for dinner or what did I had yesterday for dinner or go on that tangent like 2 weeks ago I had this great lasagna but then you clock back in and say oh shoot I have a game so now you're in that mindset of really just lacking focus but
Yeah, and both these teams are coming in cold. So I say cold, they've been warming up for a bit now, but technically they're coming in cold because they have not warmed on up yet. They have not played a match. That's when you really can start locking in. You can lock in when you're doing your bots. You can go shoot your 1,000 bots before every match. I've seen the streams. I've seen how many of these guys are taken down. It's insane, but you can only do so much in those lobbies. You can look at your mini map. You can see where you can get the idea of how you want to run around. You can make sure you have all your spots memorized, all your jump spots, your creddies, whatever. But it's not gonna come in until you officially hit that first hard point, get those first couple kills. Then you're in the flow. You can start working towards your flow state, and that's what we saw with LSU. I mean. It just took them 1-2 waves and then they start rolling on snowballing the series and they were able to take that so easily honestly and they looked incredible and that's what you can do when you start getting in that flow state.
yeah, I mean, they were able to really get a read on how Ole Miss is playing, and they took it away from there. Literally took it away as they just absolutely dismantled them. And then on Search and Destroy, they didn't really play a bomb. On attack, they said, we're not playing the bomb. We're going straight for kills. And they absolutely ego chowed the hell out of Ole Miss and just really just made a statement saying, hey, like, you're going to play at our pace. And you're not going to dictate anything. But Ole Miss were able to get a round from them. But, I mean, from that point, they were just checked out, of course. But as we're going through, I think we're still waiting on some players to.
I think everyone is good. We may just be waiting on the warm-ups, but they should be all right as far as I can tell. I can't really see the other side of the stage, so we'll have to check in with that. But
could do a little mobile DJ
let's
action.
let's get mobile here.
Go mobile.
Let's pop the other cam up.
Let's see what's happening here. See, I think they're all warmed up. We're almost all ready to go. We're going to transition to the other camera. Yep. Looks like every player's is locked in and ready to go. It's that's a little thing. It's like watching from a fishbowl glass of observing these players. And, I'm kind of glad I'm not encountering one of those players who are like 2 millimeters away from the screen. How are you able to focus in that? But that's just me. We got our players locked in. We got the big orb over there. Got that maximum aura. And you got Syracuse playing the bots. We got this man on a kill streak. He about to drop a nuke on his bot lobby, which is going to be insane to see. We're going to showcase. We're going to be able to sit down. We got an academy player here. Hello. How you doing? How was that last match, mister?
Come on, you saw the score, bro.
Come on. Don't be shy.
answer to. Like,
Well, what's your mindset? Well, with the hard loss that y'all face, well, how are you going to keep that mindset on going for the loser bracket? Because potentially, depending on this result, either you're going to play Syracuse or you're going to play your varsity team.
first, you didn't have to add the hard to the loss. You could have just said loss. Second, I mean, may the best team win. But if we play our team, like, we're just gonna go for their necks and be annoying. I know what ticks them all off. So it's like,
A good question. We're going to keep on going. If we're going to ask one of the George Mason or Mason University players to come up, discuss somebody. Come on, come on, come on. Don't be shy. You play Call of Duty, for God's sake. You can't be that scared. Yeah. How you doing, sir? What's your name?
Cammy.
Cammy, all right. So based on the last match, how are you going to continue that momentum to the winners bracket? And depending on who's going to be playing, you're going to be facing. How are you going to keep that energy? How are you going to keep your team locked in for the rest of the day?
We just gonna keep shooting back. That's it. That's all you gotta do. That's all it is.
Oh, fast, quick. What happens if you don't shoot it? What if you lack focus? What if your player just sell out and absolutely crashed out in the middle of a bathroom?
Nah. We trust all our team. You feel me? Play as a team. Shoot back. That's all it is. That's all it takes, yo.
Word is bond. That is great to see. As we're going through, we're still looking. I don't know what we're waiting on. I ain't got no intel. I'm just going to walk around and just see. Full on crashing out. I think we're going to switch back. I need some detail. What's happening here? I ain't got no info. Going back to the main pod.
And it looks like we were dealing with shaders. If you're familiar with Call of Duty, by the way, as you can see our beautiful venue here in Hattiesburg, shaders are unfortunately the bane of every Call of Duty's existence since MW19. So we are just awaiting players to, be able to actually play the game. So the shaders are loaded, but it is all right. We should be good to go though. Finally, the shaders have pre-installed and we can now get to our series. So let me hand it on over to Dragon as the teams get ready for their introductions. We can hand things over to the DJ to start this one out.
Yep. We're just going to wait for Syracuse. We're going to do a little quick introduction as it's going to be nice and easy. Nothing too extreme. Oh, Lord. I mean, it's nothing going to be too fancy. I'm just going to say who's on which, and they're going to get this ball rolling as anticipation. Oh, look at that. The TV went black. Ain't that something? Word is bond. Yep. If I could have both teams walk right here on this X. Both teams right here. Yeah, we have Syracuse on my left. They're going to be on the main stage, on stage one, you guys. And we got Southern Miss, USM Army, our senior team here, facing off in the second round on the main stage. Now, both of you guys, of course, good luck to both of you. And now, y'all can head off to your respectable positions as we get ready for this match.
Why does that bell sound? It's really annoying. It's fine. All right, and man, finally, after the shaders have installed, the drivers have been updated as far as I know. We are very, very well off here. Now, we are starting a bit late. We're not too far behind, but it's okay. It happens. That's what the land schedule's for. Now, we should be able to just get straight into Skyline. Again, it's going to be a bang-out map one. I mean, Skyline is one of those maps, if you know Bocage from Vanguard, you're going to see a very similar style. You are going to be running forward and running forward again, and then running forward again. Maybe you'll be looking at the respawn screen in between, but there's just, it is chaotic, especially when you get to that kitchen hill and when you get to that P1. Those are the two hills that are going to be really, really collected, and you are just going to see bodies flying across the map. You're going to see the Omni movement in action. You're going to see what they have called the action shots when you're diving to the side. You're going to see every little bit of that on those two hills, and then you get P2 up in the office. Now, just so everyone's aware of it, if you do know the map, there's a button underneath the vents that you can press. No, you can't do that. You can't do that here. No pressing the button.
Well, no, there's also another button in the office that allows them.
The security. Yeah, regardless, you cannot hit the security button. So
funny enough, this is the only map where I know the call out, so this is going to be a little interesting as I'm going to be a little more informative. I actually know what I'm talking about than just talking out of my ass. But hey, you know, we're going to be keep on going. But of course, we want to encourage a little bit of competitiveness. We do encourage a little bit of trash talk, but not enough to get you home or, start fighting up. I mean, we did have a fight night last night that was a beating of a middle-aged
Man,
man versus an elderly man. I don't know what has really accomplished there, and people
And-
who really spent their hard-earned monies on the elderly man to beat him is a questionable choice, but that's a topic for another day as we getting ready. So you have the USM Army versus Syracuse. Winner will advance, and loser will potentially play our academy team if it all works out how it does. Now, as we get going, take it away, Wizard.
Yep, Southern Miss Syracuse series finally started. Map number 1 Skyline. Let's get to it, and it's going to be Southern Miss banging out through the kitchen side of the map, and it'll be Syracuse picking up early time, but it will be at least 1 for Orbsy, 1 for Strahan. They're trying to get some map control, but it's still Frizz getting time for Syracuse. That's going to be the initial 20 over towards them, but now look at Robot. He's pushing through the spawn, trying to keep Syracuse spawning on this P4 side, but at the same time, they need to make sure they're keeping the P2 spawns.
Yeah, this is very crucial for Southern Miss that they're able to already get the early heal time, but Syracuse able to get that clean break from Southern Miss, pushing through bedroom. And Southern Miss, like you said before, they have to rotate early, have to get those spawns early for office. They don't want to lose it immediately, as Syracuse already have a 3 sweep already cleaning out, but Southern Miss still has those back spawns, and now they're spawning in grass, allowing them, now they have to push back. I would say they will push through top balcony and potentially catwalk, as we're going to have Tyler playing in the back, trying to be a little nuisance, trying to keep them on their toes, knowing that he's going to be on the backside. He's probably going to push up in an elevator, allowing them to get that good pinch. But as Strahan's going to be pushing through gym, it's going to be really curious how Southern Miss is going to be able to get this attack, especially with not being able to close security doors. Going to allow him to, what a chow there from Bombi, but gets mowed down by Tyler. And Steve with a 2-piece, allowing Syracuse to easily get the hill ready for next.
And Southern Miss had the rotation, they had the P2 spawns, but it is Syracuse just slamming out the backside of the map, and they're gonna get control so quickly, Southern Miss can't even get time off of it. Bombi on a 5 spree, and still Syracuse continuing to build their lead. I want to point this out. Frizz is 0-4, but he has nearly a minute in the hill, doing everything for Syracuse. Strahan gonna at least find 1, but falls. We should be rotating over to the P3 hill. Now, Southern Miss again are rotated, but look at 2. They are flying. That's Bombi. Finds the first, has the rest of the team to back down with, and now this is gonna be a 4-man hit for Syracuse. They might not lose a player in this one. They may just get the spawn. They will just get the spawn. They're now gonna go towards kitchen so they can start grabbing time.
Yeah, and they did a great little rotation there to be able to get the spawns on grass, and now you're going to be, Southern Miss is going to be on the back foot. But it looks like a split spawns on both sides. Southern Miss players, 1 spawning in grass and 1 spawning on helipad for Syracuse, where they're hitting spawn, hitting long, absolute. This is going to be very dangerous for Southern Miss, as they're not going to be able to have a clean break, but Syracuse now has a chance to do something. But now Tyler being very vocal, just saying dead, but now at the same time, Syracuse is a back and forth. This is a slaughter fest of a hill. No one's really having a chance to really have a good setup, as they're being traded back and forth, back and forth. Nothing's really happening for both sides of it, but Syracuse is able to have a good team. Hey, what you said before, Frizz, starting out 0-4, now on a 5 streak, but gets shut down by Strahan.
And you see Strahan, the Omni movement, running back to try and get out of the way. Still will get cut down, but as I mentioned before, that's a very mixy hill, and still, Syracuse continue to build the lead. BCL finds 1, knows Robots in the back. That's going to be a double chow, and Syracuse, immediate break, and you only have 1 player. That's Strahan trying to find something. That's 3 dead. Southern Miss somehow finding 3 out of that, but the player in hill is still there. Bombi has found a double. He is holding this on him on his own. Strahan does at least get the clear, but he's still getting challenged in hill. Southern Miss have somehow managed to get this one back. They did lose the spawns for a moment there, and now it's just continuously teams slamming into the hill, trying to get some time, but Syracuse doing a great job of holding Southern Miss off. They had the rotation, they had all the reasons to push forward on the map and get the kills off rip, and now they are struggling to even get time in the hill whatsoever, and it's going to continue to go over to Syracuse as we get ready to go back to P number 1.
Yeah, going through the first rotation, Syracuse was on their P's and Q's, able to get all the right spawns, all the rotations for Southern, but Southern Miss was winning the gunfights they needed, but it's just the more of the spawns, they weren't able to really get a good setup going, and Syracuse is so easy to break them, and BCL absolutely just shredded Orbs, but Orbs shredded Stevo, so it was a good trade. It's back and forth. It's going to come down to which team's going to be able to get the good rotations, because kills is not going to come in a bind, as you're going to have Strahan absolutely with a chow with a 2-piece. Now he's got a chance to take the hill. Southern Miss needs to be able to capitalize, need to be able to have good setups as Syracuse is playing through top plat. What is Southern Miss going to have cook up? And Robot able to get Bombi, but BCL is on a tear. Absolutely dismantle Southern Miss's defense. This is going to be a tough outing for Southern.
Yeah, I mean, just pure rotations and gun skill from Syracuse. They just are, honestly, they just look like the better team right now. That's really all it's coming down to. You're seeing how collective they are. You're seeing how good as a unit this team is. Syracuse has 3-4 players that can all gun out, and they are all just stacking with each other. You can see almost every time a Southern Miss player dies, it's because there's someone shooting them from the front, someone shooting them from the back. And that's just pure Call of Duty. They are playing the fundamentals to perfection, and you're seeing how much that's affecting this game. It is a near 100-point lead, and it just looks like a walk in the park for Syracuse.
I mean, nothing to mention for it, but the spawns are really just not playing in Southern Miss favor, as Tyler spawn through, and then absolutely 2 Syracuse players spawn right behind him, so it doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense in this game, but other than just using pure skill, as the spawnage is just going to be favored to one side, but of course you can't use it as an excuse. You have to be able to fight through adversity and be able to have the mindset of keep on going and not losing in full. But the spawns, I mean, there's so many countless times that you have one player spawn through and another player spawn right behind you and just get the free kill. But as we have a good rotate on P3 in kitchen, we're gonna see what happens as Southern Miss trying to keep those back spawns in grass. Oh man, this is gonna be back and forth straight in with the 2-piece, allowing Southern Miss to get the quick 3. Stevo with the good chow.
It looks like Syracuse has gone for the exact same strat we saw last time. Send 2 through the backside spawn and send 2 through the P4 side spawn, and that is what just gives them at least a good bit of contention. But still, Southern is doing a good job of holding at least what is there, but Stevo has just flipped a 3-piece. So as that time was getting good for Southern Miss, they immediately get wiped out of the hill again. And Stevo in the back spawn, just ripping through Southern Miss, getting all the kills that really matter here. And it's a 207-95 lead. Southern Miss just trying to get out of the 100-point club right now.
They got to. Oh, I love it. I love it right now. The energy that Syracuse is radiating is immaculate. But Southern Miss, they have to rotate. They can't just go for scraps. They have to be able to get spawns. Because right now they're in a situation where it's do or die. They have to be able to win the crucial for gunfights and not ego chow. They have to learn their keys. Now make sure not to push up too hard and not to overly chow and put their team in a bad position. And you also got to make sure that your spawns have to be safe and sound. You can't just let anything through or just miss anything. And Syracuse just going through and pushing through grass, and Tyler just left in a 3v1 situation. Syracuse is now in a position to really wrap this game up.
And it's literally almost every single time you go to one Syracuse player's POV, there are 2 or 3 other players just flying out the map with them. It's just insane. They are stacking each other, and they are getting their trades, and half the time they don't even need a trade. It's literally just the first player getting the kill, and 2 are flying forward, finding where the next players are at, just being preemptive about everything. They are reading Southern Miss like a Stephen King novel right now.
And the book is so readable, but at the same time, you can't get jump scared. You gotta stay focused. You can't just overly be too eager. As Southern Miss is able to really bring the fight to Syracuse, but Syracuse is just coming in and playing as a team and double challenging and not overly committing to a point. But they are 9 points away, and then you see there, Steve-O tried, but Tyler was able to clear him. Robot was able to clear top plat, but it's going to be trade after trade. Robot is clearly trying to keep this game going. He's probably going to chow through and gets it. He does, killing on Fritz, but Steve-O comes through with a trade. They are 6 points away, but they have to make sure they got to rotate and not allow Syracuse into the limbo you're in. You can't allow them to win the hill, but you can't also give up the next point if you want a chance to win this game, with 5 points being the difference between a win and loss for Southern Miss. They have to be able to do a 2-2 split. 2 going up, 2 going next.
Yeah, and if Southern Miss wants to get this comeback, I mean, it's going to have to start right here, right now. They need that hill time, and already it's been a trade in the back spawn. So Bombi has a huge one-on-one and beats Tyler. Now Orky, the last one to have a chance, 249, 133. So there's a chance for Southern Miss to continue this game, but it is going to have to be a 249, 250, and that would just be insanity. But Southern Miss at least have the chance to get to that 200-point mark if they continue to hold this hill and can rotate to the next. But Bombi has ran in through elevator. That's another one. But Tyler still finding 2, needs a 3rd. Players on Southern Miss are still feeling well. You still are down by 100, but you can make this comeback. You need to rotate, though. You absolutely need to start thinking about your rotation.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If I get checked out and I was 1 point from winning and I allow a team to come back, but looks like they already got it set up, Southern Miss has to go ahead and chow them, because 1 second will be the difference. And it looks like Tyler's gonna take an ego chow, and what a chow from him, able to kill another one. Oh my goodness, no! Oh wait, the next hill is gonna be
They've gone again.
over-eager.
They've gone again.
They have to look both ways. They have to look at the back spawns and grass. They can't lose full.
And it's been Tyler getting the crucial kills every single time, but finally Syracuse will get in, and that gets a bit scary towards the end if you are Syracuse. The comeback was starting. You were up by 150 or so and only end up winning by about 70, so still comfortable, but man, Southern Miss was getting crucial kills over and over and over as we see the play of the game from Strahan. And there it is. Just took a second to load on in. Syracuse taking map 1, but Southern Miss, like I said, the S&Ds are really what you're going to look for Southern Miss to get back into this series. I could see a 1-1, and taking a look at that scoreboard, I mean, 30 and 27 from Steve-O, 31 and 27 from, I believe that's Bombi. And I mean, just a great series or set there. And also 2 minutes, 42 seconds of hill time for Frizz. That guy is in the hill perpetually.
Hill kitten by definition. But at the same time, I mean, that was a great outing. I mean, you almost got curb stomped, but then you brought the fight back and you made it competitive and you brought that energy. So when you're going to the S&D, you're not going to be able to lose full. You're going to be like, hey, they almost choked. They almost let us come back in this game and they almost paid for it. So you have to ride the momentum. You have to use it to your advantage and not get checked out from that loss. Because, I mean, yeah, losing is terrible, but depending on how you lose is also going to play another factor. And with them losing that close, then absolutely getting curb stomped by 190 points, that's a crucial thing to think about.
And I think it kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier, being cold. I mean, Southern Miss maybe just coming in a little bit slow. It took that first rotation of hills, which at that point you kind of let it slip away from you. And that's where the game was kind of won for Syracuse. But honestly, they just kind of came in cold. And if they were able to just start out like how they started playing the end of that game, we may have seen a 250 to 240 type of hard point there. But now we will head on over to a red card search and destroy. This is not a map I'm super familiar with, at least in S&D. Obviously, I played it a good bit. But S&D, I haven't seen a whole lot. I've not seen many teams even playing this at all.
Yeah, and that's going to be something to look out for, because it's not really something we have seen before or seen so often, but what the world? But it's something that we don't really seen too often, but of course you're never going to count anything to be able to really, can't really count anything out. You have to really play what you got to.
And we are back. We've got ourselves a red card. Must have gotten 2 yellows pretty quickly if we're already on the red. But we are now at a 1-0 series for Syracuse. And they are looking to make it 2-0, hit that series point. But Southern Miss, not only a strong attempt at a comeback in that game 1, but they're certainly, at least in my opinion, a better S&D team than they are a Respawn team. So we'll see if they live up to that name here. It will be Syracuse getting bombed first. It's going to be Frizz carrying that. You saw map 1, 2 minutes 42 in the objective. I mean, that's simply just going to be your objective player probably all weekend for Cuse.
This map is horrible.
This map is
Look
a
how
pretty rough
favorites
one.
at defense is. Oh my god. I take everything back. Red card is booty cheeks.
Yeah, like
Well, why are we playing this team?
you can literally see how close the bombs are to the defensive team, as it's going to be brutal for Syracuse and then eventually Southern Miss to get over here. You're going to see Mr. Robot, the first man, to probably engage with either of these teams. It's going to be number 6 on your mini map, and we'll see if he's able to find anything.
Good trigger
Has 2
discipline
players in
there.
front of him. The stun maybe connect. I don't think it connected there. It'll be Steve-O, though, grabbing first blood. That's going to take down Orbsy, and that's a huge one. Steve-O finds a second through the top of the stage. Now Bombi finds that third as well. Tyler, last player left alive, 1v4, now 1v3. See the route that he decides to take. Finds BCL, but the shots are not clean. Needs to get away. Does just that.
Yep.
Now, gonna
He
have
got
to do a little
30
dance with death.
He has 30 seconds he got to work with. I mean, doesn't really have to play too hardcore. This is the first round. You don't have to really do an ego chow, but if you're able to pick some people off, that's going to be huge. He's able to try to challenge BCL, but he gets taken out by Fitz. Good attempt there from Southern Miss as Syracuse win the first round. But looking from it, I mean, it looked like defensive heavy, but if you play your keys right, you can win every attacking round.
And that was a great post-plant setup from Syracuse. Very disciplined as well. They simply were just playing good S&D. They got the bomb down. They knew that there was only 1 player on bomb. They get him out of the way pretty quickly, and then they set one all the way in the back of the map. So if Tyler ends up going on a pinch, which he did, that player in the back of the spawn calls it out. Watch it, lets the rest of the team handle the business, and if he has to, he goes on a repinch himself. Just great coverage there on the bomb site from Syracuse. Now they're gonna have the defensive side, and I mean, number 1, Steve-O is literally already on bomb.
Yeah, and he's
wait.
right hand gets first blood
Oh.
to it. So the Miss coming out the gates hot. It looks like they're gonna do an interesting push here. As Syracuse, they're gonna play a little spread out, but you gotta have somebody a little cheeky little guy on the bottom left corner just wandering, trying to hit the flank side. But it looks like Tyler's gonna be able to get the bomb down.
BCL gonna get stunned up here. Now has to back away. That's gonna be bombed down. That was a really great kill from Orbsy, by the way. That opens up the entire bomb site, and I just don't even know how it ended up happening. He just picked a great angle, but BCL has at least found another. Tyler will get Frizz though, so BCL in a 1v3. Now just a 1-0, or just sitting at 1-0 at the moment. 20 seconds, and this is just such a tough one. Great shots there. And Southern Miss going to take the next round. So they will have it at a 1-1 scoreline.
Yeah, that was a good effort there from Southern Miss, able to not overly chow what I thought would have been a defensive heavy, like, sided map. The attacking has been all out. No one can really defend, or we're just bad at it. So, hey.
Yeah, maybe this map isn't as defensive as we thought. Maybe that's just a placebo advantage, just like seeing how close you are to the bomb sites. Maybe it just gives like the other team the opportunity to really scope out, and they know like the defense is going to be playing right here. Like we already know they're going to be there off spawn. So we just have to clear our corners and we're good, essentially. So both teams grabbing their attacking rounds. Now it'll be back to Southern Miss to defend. That's going to be Steve-O taking an early chow, but will get put down to 44 HP. Has to back away. BCL watching over top into the stands. Bombi also sitting mid-map, checking the long haul. And Frizz, the one with the bomb, over towards A.
Yeah, and playing a little slow compared to what they did last time. But then again, Southern Miss looks like they're all stacked on one objective, and Robot was able to get that good kill, but then traded out by Bombi. good action. It's still a 3v3, and they are playing slow. Now, bomb is down for Syracuse. I don't know if Southern Miss knows that, but they're playing a little far out, a little spread. But then BCL able to ping Strahan, and now it's a 2v3. Southern Miss, they have one on each bomb, so they have to be able to coordinate and be able to have good comms and be able to make sure they don't overly challenge and lose their life and make it a 1v3, because that's the last thing you need right now if you're Southern.
We're going to see Steve-O on the bomb. Orbsy has to cover this site, and they just leave him alone. Wait, all of Syracuse just rotated out. No time remaining. That might just be the round.
Oh, my
Orbsy finds the
goodness.
double, and that is going to be round number 3. Southern Miss just stealing that round away. Steve-O goes for the bomb play, and his entire team leaves him go. Maybe expecting all players of Southern Miss to be across the map still because they hadn't seen him in a very long time, but Orbsy will get that round, and it will be a 2-1 advantage now for Southern Miss.
What a chow by Orbs, checking bomb, but actually killing the bomb carrier. And then not only that, able to get another one with his life, allowing Southern Miss to really play that 2v3 into a 2v1. But then again, you gotta remember, he is now on a potential for a streak. 4 more kills, I believe. I mean, it's score streak, so who knows what could happen. But
Yeah.
4 more kills, he has a chance to get a Hellstorm. That's going to be a back pocket.
Yeah, if you can get that, you can just win a game. You can go in round 11, win the game right there. Get a 3-piece with it. Now, not saying that's easy to do, especially on a map like Red Card, but it can be done. We've seen it. Now, it will be Southern Miss grabbing the bomb. That's also a first blood from Strahan, but he's getting pinched and does get taken down. Frizz, very quick on the trade. That's something I want to commend Syracuse on a lot. I said it in map 1, they're always traveling together, or at least have each other's trades. Southern Miss right now are struggling in that department, and Syracuse just super disciplined. And honestly, I would also attribute a lot of that to their coach dad.
Yeah, and then at Southern Miss, they have to be on their P's and Q's. They have to be able to fight through this being low, and Orzy seeing one, but he's going to take a chance. But BCL trying to jump out the window and do some omni movement maneuvers. It was questionable, but then gets traded out by Steve-O. Tyler is the last one alive. It's a 1v2, 23 seconds. He doesn't have to overly chow. Went for the fake plant, trying to see if he can get it. Something happened now. Syracuse are playing a little close. Takes bits, but in a tough position. He had a chance to get the 2 kills. This is tough to see, as he was able to kill one but not the other.
Yeah, and that's just a really tough position if you are Tyler. Again, beautiful trade. That's what wins you the round. And Steve-O, that's a player that certainly is going to have the game knowledge to see his teammate going one way. He's going to go the other way. Make sure you don't have a single chance to turn and burn. And if you do, maybe you're playing on 20 cents or something, because then that's the only way I could ever imagine that being actually working out.
Yeah, I mean, hey, whatever works, works. But as we going through, let's see what happens. At Syracuse, last time they were a little slow. They let time be their keeper, but at the same time, you can't be too slow, because then you'll be fighting with Father Clock. As Southern Miss having a decent setup is a little unorthodox, as their well, it's not really unorthodox, doing a little line setup. Pretty simple, but Syracuse, they are favoriting A-bomb. They haven't really touched B quite yet.
Yeah, and it's a very slow play this time around. We haven't seen that a whole lot out of either squad just yet. And now Robot does find first blood. Now looking for a second. And look at who's flying up the map. That's going to be Bombi looking to get a kill into Robot, but still holding his own, stays alive. And now it's just going to be a 1v4. Tyler flies through the back line. Steve-O, last player up, 1v4. At least finds Orbsy. Now needs to grab the bomb, plants, and find 3 kills. Unless we can find the next 3 in just 27 seconds.
Yeah, can't count this out. He has a chance to do a 1v3 clutch and get an ace. But with 21 seconds, are you really going to risk it? You want to play your life and just let the round be, because he doesn't have bomb, I don't think. Nope. And he's done.
Yeah, and maybe holding off for a streak there too. He did know where bomb was down at, so he was I'd imagine under the assumption that someone from Southern Miss was going to be waiting on bomb, because you just know, eventually you know that the bomb is down.
Oh,
so
yeah,
they're just going to be looking around, making sure that, it's covered. So that will be a good round for Southern Miss. Now, again, we go to a Southern Miss advantage. They will have a 3-2 lead. It's a much closer S&D than what we saw on the hardpoint. Not that the hardpoint wasn't close, it just wasn't for most of the map.
Yeah, and it's gonna be really just trying to get a read on Southern Miss. Looks like they're gonna do the same. Oh, whoa, they're gonna spread out formation, but it looks like with both of these teams, they have a favorited bomb. Whatever they've been doing in practice, they like the position or like the area
They've
go for.
They've literally been going to the opposite bomb sites. Southern Miss has always been going to B, and Syracuse has been going to A almost every round that they've had the attack. So,
Yeah.
like, you're just seeing the dynamics between these two squads. They just like different bomb sites. But with just 50 on the clock now, Southern Miss needs to make a move. They have absolutely no map control right now. Syracuse has had free reign on every lane the map has to offer, although it will be Robot getting first blood. Again, the first blood's continuing to go Southern Miss's direction. That's going to help them a lot here, and they're now going to get that pressure onto the A bomb site. They can go up. They might even be able to get the plant if they're smart enough about how they see this site. Frizz is going to be the main player to see if there's anything going on, but they're not going to have the eyes on it, and Frizz will get cut down by Robot, who is having a solid game right now, sitting at 5-4. He's on a 4 streak, and it will be a 2v4 retake for Syracuse, and Steve-O at least taking out Robot, making this doable now a 2v2. BCL, now the AR's starting to frag out. 25 on the clock. This is doable for Syracuse. This could be a 2v4.
Yeah, you got to hold up here. Game's not done yet. It looks like Steve-O's going to do a chow and try and potentially get the bomb, but he just shot there, not knowing that Tyler's there waiting for him, sees him, good trigger discipline. But what are you doing, son? But Strahan is able to help him out, but Tyler gets straight out by BCL. 7 seconds. It looks like he's going to go for the defuse, potentially. Gets the kill, but kills the streak, but doesn't get the bomb. But Southern Miss, importantly, wins that round.
Yeah, smart play by Strahan there. The second Tyler goes down, he can see the clock, knows it takes 7.5 to defuse, backs away, makes it impossible for him to die and for the bomb to be defused within that time period. So good work from Southern Miss. Again, very disciplined play. They just are a better search team from at least after the past few months of seeing them. They're definitely just a better search team.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, we've seen it through all of their competition. They really show out, importantly, in search, but, I mean, it raises another question mark of, like, why can't they do this in hardpoint? So it's one of those where if you have a good skill, I mean, keep the trend, don't make it a bad one, and just move on and just work on the kinks of it. I mean, if they're able to win just one hardpoint and then just finish out in search and destroy, that's a recipe that they can keep banking on. But until then you're gonna have an all-out slugfest, and it's gonna be mentally draining.
Yeah, and again, like we said earlier, this could go 5. This absolutely has the chance to go 5, and if it does, I can see Southern Miss taking that 5th game. But of course, we have to get through 2, 3, 4 first. Frizz and Steve-O waiting there to try and break into B bomb site, but Steve-O gets cut down from Strahan, and now it's a 3v3 though. A trade onto Robot. BCL gonna get on the board here. 3v3. Where's Syracuse gonna go? They're gonna fly out
by Frizz.
Good chow from Frizz. Finds that kill, has the bomb, goes for the plant. Now with 20 on the board, they get it down. There's an opportunity here for Syracuse to take this round away, despite Southern Miss getting the first blood. And it's a 1v3 for Tyler. Is there anything he can do here? Although, spotted 1, spotted 2, but now he's spotted, so good luck winning all 3 of these fights. Look at the head, he's got a sub. What is he supposed to do in that fight? Finally gets cut down.
He got caught in no man's land. He did the best he could, but when you're defending and you're the offensive team flips the script on you, it's kind of hard. Especially in that situation, they're watching every angle, and there's only 2 entrances in there. You got the 2 double doors, and you got the 1 in the front, and then other than that, you're just cooked.
Yeah, and you see him sliding around. You see Tyler sliding around. Every single player's on the most obscene head glitch you've ever seen. You can maybe spot a top 10th of their head. You're not winning that fight, unfortunately for him. But now you're gonna head into an offense. Still have a lead. 1 round and you're on game point. But all your streaks have been reset. BCL on a 5, so we need to keep note of that as we get through the next few rounds, if we get through another set of rounds. Bombi, some shots down to Robot. Shouldering, wisely so, but look at who's flying up the map. That's number 3. If we can go to him, that's going to be a pinch. Huge stuff right there. Now, should at least have someone behind him, but Bombi going to have to wait there. And Frizz, good work. As I mentioned, they did get on a pinch and found the first blood. Maybe a bit sketchier than what they would have liked, but either way, gotten away as well. You kept your life and you keep your man advantage. BCL now, the next player up, as Southern Miss going to look to bang it out on B.
Yeah. So that was a great pinch there from Fritz as he was able to take on Robo, but now Southern Miss hasn't really been getting anything going. Strahan opened the door. What a fake.
No
a
trade.
Fakey.
Wait, no trades.
That was insane. Now there's a trade from Bambi, but with 17 seconds left. Now it's going to be utter chaos as Southern Miss is able to flip the script. It's a 1v3 from Orbs, but doesn't get anything out of it. Tough luck there from Southern.
It's a really weird round at the end there. I mean, Southern Miss blasted into B, but they didn't really...
No, they didn't blast it. They blasted the door and then just went a different way.
Yeah, I thought they were going to...
They pumped things.
I thought they were going to go fly in, go for bomb plant immediately, but they allowed Syracuse the time to get back to the bomb site, and they took way too long getting to that plant. And by the time they went to plant, there was only like 15 seconds left, so they just had to hope they could get every single kill, and that's not going to work out, especially when you have a team as disciplined as what we've seen from Cuse.
Yeah, they have really stick to what they're known to do and stick whatever game plan they have set out to do, and it's working out for them. There's not really any like tough spot other than them, you know, the occasional lost gunfights that's really going to determine the rounds. But I think the real big play is I'm waiting for somebody just to absolutely blitz through and just
sprint right down middle map.
Yep, just sprint
No
down
regard
because it's
for
always
anybody.
been very slow. And I mean, of course, you don't want to play too fast, but at the same time, like, no one's really expecting for it. They're really just playing a little slow. You mess up the timings because that's going to be key in these situations if you're an experienced player, because you know the timings, you know like the habits of tendencies of players, and if it gets a little, you know, changed up, you're going to get caught out.
And that's another first blood from Southern Miss, but are they going to capitalize? They've had the first blood in so many of these rounds, and they're not winning a lot of them either. Orbsy looking for at least something to trade out to keep that man advantage, but at this point, it's no longer a trade. It's just a kill. Tyler does start looking towards the backside of the bomb site. Orbsy finds one, Orbsy finds two, but it gets traded out. It's a 1v1. It's Mr. Robot, BCL, the AR, and Mr. Robot will find the kill. That's the fifth on the board, and Robot saving that round. It got a little sketchy towards the end, but ends up getting the timing. BCL, by the way, 11-4, having a great map, but Southern Miss threatening to close it down right here and head into that map 3 with a 1-1 scoreline.
That was a great sequence there as they both, Tyler and I believe that was Orbs, both chowed and were able to get the intel for Mr. Rod, who's playing a little further back, allowing BCL to try to run away and play his life as you do, supposed to do, in search and destroy, which then allowed Robot, who was full health, allowing him to win that round for Southern. Now they're one away from winning this S&D and having a little bit of this, you know, the boulder lifted off of them and allowing them to breathe, knowing that they're not going to go 2-0 to begin this series and allowing them for a chance to continue on their path towards Championship Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, right now we are seeing a first blood actually from Bombi. It feels like forever since we've seen a first blood from Cuse. They are looking to force this round 11 though. Tyler looking into that top window, waiting for BCL to push, but he's got another player to worry about, and that is Bombi on the other hedge. I mean, this is a over the hedge type
Look
fight.
at Stevo. Stevo's going in the backside, going for that backside pinch. Southern Miss have to watch out for that. It looks like Syracuse has been on their game with this backside pinch. It looks like he's going to cut. Strahan was caught out, but Tyler going to get hit with a stun, and they also get caught out. Stevo with a two-piece. That's a game changer. That was a 1v4 for Southern. What can Orbs do with 38 seconds? He has a chance to do the unthinkable, but unfortunately, it's never going to be in fruition.
And you're just seeing the movement there, right there. That is great stuff from Stevo. Slipping and sliding all over allows Bombi to get that kill because Orbsy was focused on killing Stevo. Look at how he backs around the hedge and just peeks back out. So annoying to play against when you got movement like that in the game. I mean, that's just the Omni movement at its finest. Southern Miss need this round 11. They cannot go down 2-0. I don't know if they can reverse sweep Syracuse. They just have looked too good today. And honestly, it's literally just look behind you at this point because we've seen that multiple times. And Southern Miss has struggled with those pinches. Now, Syracuse, though, making the smart plays. They are absolutely finding the gaps, taking the routes, and doing what they need in order to take these rounds. We will see, though, if Southern Miss can at least give themselves some life in this series, but it's going to be a struggle. And they are on the offense. They're slamming it out to B-Bomb. And it's going to be Steve-O getting first blood. But as we've seen so far in this game, the first blood hasn't really meant a whole lot. A trade comes in. Now it'll be Tyler going for the bomb plant. I don't know why I said Steve-O there. But Orbsy does at least take out the RCXD as well. So the streak's not going to come into effect. Will the bomb go down?
It's a 3v3. This B-bomb is a bottleneck central.
It's a kill box.
If you're inside, it's going to be so hard for you to get in the box. As you know, if you have a good setup of our angles, but as I said, that bomb.
Wait, how did Orbsy get picked there? Orbsy get picked, and Tyler
it's a
just
2v1.
barely gets the kill.
Oh my goodness!
Has a 2v1 ahead
23
of him.
seconds. Play your keys, but he was able to run. Let's go for Southern Miss. Clean sweep. I don't know how Orbsy got picked off there, but he got picked off. But Southern Miss able to clean it up, win the 2v1, and they win the Search and Destroy on round 11. It's now 1-1 for both squads as we're about to head towards intermission.
Also, I will say, the scoreboard tracks. I am happy. I am a happy statistician. The scoreboard is tracking the kills for every player on the map. It is a good day. And Southern Miss going to take that one. Will be a 1-1. And yeah, I mean, heading into map number 3, it's going to be a hard point. And we'll see if Southern Miss can finally take one. They need to take a respawn. I believe they can take the second S&D, but they need a respawn. They cannot lose map 3. They cannot lose map 4.
That is right. But other than that, at least we're going to take a quick 5-minute break to go to intermission. And we're going to allow the teams to recoup. And we're going to also allow ourselves to recoup as well. But when we hit that break next time, I won't be here.
Oh, that is sad. Thank you for joining us today, but we will be doing some caster roulette again. We will catch you guys out on the other side when we're ready to figure out what goes down in map 3.
Intermission. Goodbye.
Well, 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 we are back. It is time for map 3 in just a couple seconds here. We have Vault, and also we have a new caster. Welcome, welcome, Taco. How are you
Hi,
doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I was over there watching the B stream matches. You know, if y'all tuned in there, we had a nice clean 3-0 sweep for GMU and a nice clean 3-0 sweep for Nichols. Nichols faced Mississippi State and GMU faced our Southern Miss Academy team. So very good matches, and I'm excited. We are in the middle of a match, aren't we?
It is currently 1-1 in this series. It'll be Syracuse that took map 1, which it was 251-81. And that was a big comeback for Southern Miss. They were down by about 100 for a decent bit of that game, managed to at least bring it back to something more respectable. And for map 2, it was a 6-5. We got a round 11 there. And it was Southern Miss who managed to come out on top in the last round. So we have a very, very good series ahead of us as we continue to get through day number 1 here at the Southern Miss U.S. Army Invitational.
Yeah, I am excited now. From what I've seen from our Southern Miss U.S. Army team, on hardpoints, they always start out a little bit slow, which may have been the fact that, you know, they couldn't see the hardpoint timers before.
Yeah,
I
that was
assume
probably a
that's
bit of it.
fixed now.
It is. So the players can see it, we cannot.
Okay.
So
So-
I'm gonna try I've been trying my best to keep the keep a timer up, but it's a little tough sometimes.
Yeah, so it should be, we should be rolling. It seems as if we are getting into game 3 here on Volt.
Yeah, and this is a really interesting map. This is definitely another one of those maps that could be kind of mixy, but I do like this map for Hardpoint. I think it's pretty good. That originally off the release of the game, the spawns were pretty weird, but they've since been fixed for the most part, and they honestly just look a lot better as a map. I mean, it flows better now that you're spawning where you should be for the most part and all that sort of stuff. So we will get into this one. It'll be hill number 1 in the middle of the map. That's kind of a kill box right there. There's a million different places you can get shot from, and we're going to see how these two teams decide to attack it. It will be Southern Miss on that P4 side, and it will be the Syracuse Orange on the other side of the map, and it's 2 off the bat for Southern Miss. Make that 1 for Syracuse as well. Actually 3 as Frizz finds the double. BCL gets 1. Frizz finds the 3rd, and that is a 3 streak off start. And Southern Miss going to be down early on, but of course this is a hill you're going to see a lot of contention on.
Yes, this hill flops so easily. As you said before, there are so many different spots that you can get shot from. So anyone in the middle is in danger of being shot. You just have to make sure you're looking at those common places, like on that catwalk right by the railing, and of course you have people underneath. But it seems as if Syracuse right now is just rolling through Southern Miss. They have people running through their spawn as we see Bombi just get taken out by Orbsy. And we'll have Frizz also just running through Southern Miss spawn, getting shot by all 4 of them. Strahan able to take 1 down, but Syracuse takes that P2.
Yeah, it was a good strat though from Southern Miss. Off the about first 30 seconds of the hill of that P1, they went immediately and rotated out. Strahan finds a double as now the break should come through unless if that watch is good enough, Bombi will fall. Syracuse though doing great job of covering in P2. But as I was saying, Southern Miss basically immediately pushed through to the back spawn. They wanted to get that P2 side of the map so they could get more control here, and it didn't end up working out very well as they're currently now being held inside of said spawn. It didn't end up helping them. It may have just made things worse as Syracuse just continuing to run through them. And I think at this point, it's really just Syracuse is a much faster team than Southern Miss, and they are able to gun at that pace. And when you outpace a team in Call of Duty, it's just so much harder to keep up.
Yeah, and Southern Miss right now is 70 points down. New hardpoint just spawned. We'd like to see Southern Miss hop on this immediately, but it's going to be Syracuse who...
Wait, look at number 5. He spawned in the back, and there was a player still back there for Syracuse, and now a Syracuse player has spawned behind 5. So just that's what I'm talking about when I say the weird spawns. But to be fair, Strahan was just kind of out in no man's land. But either way, Southern Miss at least has a little bit of time. Tyler gets at least 1 in the back, but that's where the next hill is going to be at. Southern Miss though still struggling to get any time right now.
Yeah, they're pushing from both sides. Frizz already running away from that hill. We'll see Stevo camping on P3, just making sure he has this locked down, taking out Orbsy. Syracuse doing a great job at defending this next hill, keeping Southern Miss at bay.
Yeah, and they are showing it in the scoreline too. Now they have control of this P3 hill, and they have the building, but Southern Miss does have something to say about it. They've at least taken a few kills out, but BCL responds with a double of his own, so Frizz can just dive into the hard point, and you're again seeing him rack up time. He had 2 minutes, 42 seconds map 1. He is already at a minute and 12 for map 3. He is just on the hill, getting every single bit of time, and as we mentioned, definition of hill kitten right there, but again, Syracuse not even letting Southern Miss get very far across the map. Southern Miss are just struggling to get anything here. BCL on a 5 streak, now turns around, looks to the back spawn. That's the number 8, it will be Orbsy looking to make a play. Does he have it in him? Just has to back down, making sure that Syracuse starts to turn around, and he at least finds one, looking for the second, will not find it. Although the rotation should be locked down for Southern Miss unless Bombi has something to say about it.
Yeah, and it looks as if Syracuse takes that hard point yet again. Southern Miss unable to get in. We're looking to see maybe Robot's gonna rotate on that outside, and he is going to meet Stevo. Ends up getting beat, and Syracuse still holding this P1 down to their last leg. They are 120 points above Southern Miss right now.
They are just dominating. I can hear the players just screaming. BCL on an 8 streak. This guy is just ripping Southern Miss a new one, 151-21. This is just getting out of hand, and we said this about the first time these two played in map 1, and then Southern Miss managed to start making a comeback. They didn't end up winning the map, but they did make Syracuse sweat a little. At the same time, Southern Miss, they can barely get out of spawn right now. I mean, just look at the KDs across the board. It is not a great time for Southern Miss. And also, Frizz also sitting at 2 minutes in the hill. I mean, that guy is just soaking like a sponge right now. And in the back spawn, you at least have Southern Miss so they can finally get some time. They get 3 dead. Now is where you can start to spiral. You can start to spawn trap the other team if your shots are clean enough and your reads are good. And this is where we saw Southern Miss in the last time they played Hardpoint start to get back into the game, get into the group, understand the pacing of Syracuse, and Tyler getting Frizz in a manner he probably shouldn't have. There shouldn't be much time left on this hill either, so Syracuse likely just going to be able to give this one up and start making it towards New, which will be all the way on the left side of the map. See if they're able to get some control there. Robot trying to hold the outside, and now moving again inside the middle of the hard point. Frizz finds a double in the back spawn, but for how much time is that really going to matter? You can see the new one coming up in just a couple of seconds, and Frizz just slamming Robot down, 15-9, having an incredible game, but you can say the same about a lot of Syracuse right now. And Southern Miss are just struggling to get any form of time. They have managed to hop in the new hill. BCL has the power position, and now we can start sending his teammates over to get some hill time.
Yeah, but you'll see you have Bombi running through, kind of flanking around, fighting Robot right now. He gets this kill, it's going to be crucial, and he does. And Stevo with a double kill on Tyler and Orbsy, and Syracuse takes the spawn again. They are holding this down like nobody has ever seen. You'll have another one, Bombi, Tyler running right into Bombi's hands, taking it. Strahan trying to get on that hill to get any time he can, but unable to get anything. Frizz goes down on the hill. Southern Miss is gonna have to hop on it. We'll have Bombi go or take out Tyler, but Orbsy rotated around to take Bombi out, and Syracuse is just gonna look and rotate P3.
And wait, where did number 4, why did number 4 spawn there? He spawned all the way backside P3, so he's, I don't know what's happening there, but he will be able to rotate across the map, and it ultimately didn't mean much of anything, but it was just really weird to see that happen. Frizz just slamming it down. I'm quite surprised how much time Southern Miss was able to get off that P3 hill, though, because they were not getting any kills, but they were still grabbing all of the time, and it gave them at least a chance here, but that 200-point mark has been eclipsed by Syracuse, and now they're starting to spiral this one. If they can just get a couple more waves of kills, then they will be in the driver's seat for taking this game 205 to 105. Southern Miss, though, getting into the hill once again, starting to try and mount this comeback. Mr. Robot, big kill onto BCL. That's going to help them continue to rack up time, bring this score line a little closer, and if they're able to, they may just be able to pull off the comeback, but that's going to come off another set of probably 2-3 hills.
Yeah, Syracuse said scrap that hill, went going straight for P1, and they take it. They just need to hold Southern Miss back, make sure their hill rotations are strong. Southern Miss is going to have to start winning gunfights. They need them right here, as you see Tyler running through Syracuse players, but BCL takes him out. BCL taking out Strahan, but getting taken out by Mr. Robot. And it's a fight. Southern Miss is fighting for this hill with all of their lives.
Yeah, and honestly, if they can keep Syracuse off of P1, that's all that really matters. Huge 5-spree for Robot, finds one with a nade, one with a gun to get to that 5th. And this is just big for Southern Miss. As long as they can hold this spawn and they can keep Syracuse off this current time, that's all that really matters. But you see the movement from Bombi doing everything he can. And it's going to be Southern Miss, though, spawning out. Syracuse have pushed through, although it's really going to come down to number 7 on your mini-map. And we'll see what they are able to do. It's going to be 2 players challenging him out, and he will not find a single kill. That was Tyler. And now the hill in control of Syracuse once again. That may just be all said and done, at least for map number 3, unless Southern Miss have a huge break in them.
I don't know, Syracuse gaining spawns, Tyler running right in, not being able to see Stevo, and Bombi takes another one out. And all of Southern Miss players just got wiped. It's gonna be a run. All Syracuse needs is 10 more seconds on this hill, and it looks like they're gonna get it. Southern Miss is gonna have to make a play here. Not looking too bright for them though, as Strahan runs through, taken out by Frizz, and that is going to be game number 3 to Syracuse. What a game.
2-1 lead, and now heading into red card hardpoint. I have some concerns if I'm Southern Miss. The starts of these hardpoints have not been great for them, and they really need to start picking it up now. They have the opportunity here in game 4 to bring this one back. Again, if they can take game 4, I believe they will take game 5. Absolutely. They are a very good search and destroy team. They just need to find their way into that game 5, that decider. And as we see the scoreboard, it's quite ugly if you look at that bottom side with the black and yellow.
Yeah, only one of Southern Miss players going positive, with only 1 kill above being positive. So a very good, strong game by Syracuse. You see Fritz on that hill time. Holy.
I didn't see how much time he had that game, but I'm assuming it was close to 242, which is what he
Yeah.
had last hardpoint.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to imagine the comms or something along the lines of, Frizz, get in hill. And then everyone else just goes and slays. And you see 2 kills. They get 3 down, 4 dead. Frizz, please get in hill. Go, go, go. Get in hill. Like, every single time.
Yeah. Frizz was popping off himself, though, too, on that hill, defending it like nobody's business. I'm pretty sure he had a triple kill just sitting on hill.
He did, yes. He's been a very good objective player. Like, if you want to see the definition of objective player, just look at what Frizz is doing, carrying the bomb in search and destroy every single round, getting over 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes of hardpoint time, which is nearly every second you need to win the game. He is just showing out in a different way than what you would see from a lot of players.
Yeah, you don't usually see that. You know, our objective player is Tyler, and he does a really good job at staying on that objective. But whenever you look at the way that Frizz is playing, able to get kills and hold objective time and hop right back on it after he's been down, it's the speed at which Syracuse is playing is insane.
Yeah, and now we will head into map 4. That is red card, as you can see, loading up on your screen. We saw this in the S&D, but I might have to apologize in advance for what you're about to witness in hardpoint, because this map is fairly large. It's a sizable map. There's a lot of angles. There's a lot of spots you might not think are technically outside the intended play space that are. There's a lot going on here on red card. We'll see, though, where these teams fare in map 4. Southern Miss looking to force map 5. Syracuse looking to play in that winner's quarterfinal. We'll see who ends up where. Now, kickoff, map number 4.
Yeah, now I have not watched a lot of, is this red card?
Yeah.
I've not seen a lot of red card on hardpoint, but I do know from my own play, this map is annoying.
Yeah, especially in competitive play when you have guys that know every single angle. Look at this from Steve-O. Actually would have had a kill on Robot if he didn't run out of ammo. As Tyler Orbsy, though, finding a couple. So it's just a lot of trades at the moment. Contested time to start off the game. Frey's going to be the one hopping in objective again, although no one from either side going to be getting any time. Maybe for Syracuse now. Orbsy, if he would have found a second there, that could have been huge. Strahan, though, actually going to get the first bit of time for Southern Miss, as everyone is just flying forward, and they're all spawning very close together. So it is just going to continually be a bang out until we get into that second hill.
And you'll see Syracuse literally all spawned in a chunk together. They will take that P1 and now are looking to go P2. However, Orbsy is sitting underneath, but taken out by Steve-O. It will be contested. Bombi taking one out. You'll see Strahan got Steve-O, but BCL taking out another. And it's now Syracuse Hill with 3 of them on Hill. It's looking, Syracuse is racking up points so far.
Yeah, and something else I want to point out, it is 3 ARs for Syracuse on this map. Now, I don't know what Southern Miss's loadouts are looking like. I think it's the same thing, and that's just the nature of red card. Orbsy ripping a double, hits the 3 streak, but it's going to be a cut down pretty quickly, and Syracuse, great job holding off Southern Miss. They have them in the spawn trap, not spawn trap necessarily, but they have them forced into the back spawns for the hill, although Southern Miss's forces will eventually overwhelm. Not for very long, though, as the hill is going to be rotating. Number 4, that's Bombi, finds a double. That is exactly what they needed, and that's going to lock down hill number 3 for Syracuse. They're going to get the initial time.
Yeah, and it looks to seem as if BCL is going to try and rotate out, but Tyler ends up taking it. But Syracuse is on hill, and you'll see Southern Miss is actually pinching them. They have a spawn behind and a spawn, or 2 players running in front. But the thing about this hill is there's multiple ways you can come in and multiple ways that you can get seen. But it seems as if Southern Miss is trying their hardest to clear this hardpoint out and does end up doing it. But Syracuse will spawn behind them.
And this hill is almost identical to P1 in the way of just, it's going to be super mixy. It's rare you're going to see teams get a significant amount of time here. You can see the scoreboard in general. That's how a lot of the hills in this map are. They're all just really small hills in a really large map. So you just have a lot of contesting and not a lot of scoring. But finally, Steve-O gonna gain at least a good bit here for Syracuse. They're gonna keep holding that lead, but Orbsy on the pinch finds one. That's gonna be a kill. Actually, I think Mr. Robot ended up cleaning it up. Now Steve-O looking to repinch, and Mr. Robot will turn around for it. Orbsy, BCL, Strahan, everyone getting involved. Southern Miss able to get the rotation. Now they can start picking up some time. They can get a full 60 on this hill. That is going to put them in a very decent lead.
Yeah, but Syracuse pushing through. Southern Miss, Orbsy, and Strahan managed to take out 2, but BCL goes underneath. This is a really annoying spot. I'm pretty sure people won't bang it, but you see Robot just sitting there, takes out BCL, but Frizz is gonna try and do the same thing. Orbsy, 3-piece.
I mean, Orbsy is having a solid game right now. Another streak for him. This one's going to be 5 at the current time, sitting at 11 and 6. He very well has been the catalyst in getting these clears for the hills, clearing out all of Syracuse multiple times in a few different sides of the rotation. Tyler, though, 6 and 12. Not a lot of objective time either. He's going to need to step things up. Orbsy, though, will be just doing it for him. Mr. Robot also contributing there. 2 players from Southern Miss that are just doing it all right now. Orbsy just continuing to fry, knows where everyone is at. He looks for another in front of him, will get finally taken down. And honestly, the objective time is spread out pretty evenly between Southern Miss players and between the Syracuse players. No one really having an insane game, but Southern Miss, I think this is the first lead in hardpoint they've had in this series outside of the first couple of seconds in P1 for for this map.
Yeah, no, definitely definitely. And looking at their kills, it's pretty even across the board. You know, you have Tyler sitting in 8-13, but genuinely, they're doing really well at working together as a team. They are winning the gunfights that they need to be winning, as Strahan just gets a 3-piece, taking 3 of Syracuse's players off that hard point, and he's going to look to rotate now, trying to take any player out that he can. Frizz finally ends that streak, and you'll have Steve-O landing on that hill for Syracuse.
I actually like this setup from Cuse. They're in pretty good spots, but Tyler's gonna be the first one to get an entry kill. Although the rest of Syracuse starting to slay out. Tyler trying to get that player off the objective. Bombi gonna take him down. And it feels like every time one team gets 2 kills, 2-3 kills, the other team responds immediately with 2 or 3 of their own. And it's just everyone slaying out at the moment. 108-93. This game is much closer than what we've seen. Robot found a 3-piece, and that is huge. Southern Miss now able to collect more time. Tyler takes down Frizz, and Syracuse now just gonna have to rotate to P2.
My goodness, what a close game. 108-99. Anyone's game. It is looking really good for both teams right now, able to win these gunfights. You'll see Strahan actually being the one to pop off this game, 18-13, which is what we like to see. BCL gets a double kill to take that point. You'll see Orbsy standing at the little DJ booth over there with Tyler behind the soccer goal. Strahan taking out Bombi, Robot takes out Frizz, and that Southern Miss takes the hard point.
And again, we are seeing Steve-O try to go for that pinch, decides to just take the top angle, and Mr. Robot will cut him down, but Syracuse still has at least contested time in the hill, so they're doing a good job of being a nuisance. Now we will have to head on over to hill number 4 again in just a little bit. As you see number 7 trying to get out, that's going to be Tyler looking to grab the spawns. Look at everyone else on the mini-map, by the way. Every single player outside of him going to be sitting in that old hill. We'll see if this ends up paying off, though, because you're giving up a little bit of time to Syracuse, although it is a much closer game, so you have the ability to do so. What does Syracuse do, though? Where do they search for this player? What do they do?
I have no idea, but Tyler, playing for his life, kind of waiting for his team, didn't immediately hop on that hill knowing that Syracuse was going to make that push into hill. But we'll have 14 running through, shooting a coat rack, I'm pretty sure, is what he just shot.
Hey, sometimes you see stuff like that and you're like, oh, it's a player, and then you're like, or you're pre-firing someone pushing and you just don't see it. And that's another 3 dead, so Tyler's positioning has meant absolutely nothing for this hill. He has done a great job of staying alive. Now the spawns come in for Southern Miss, but Syracuse has turned around. They know where everyone's going to be coming from. This is just a bottleneck. And Syracuse is likely just going to keep holding it. This might just be a kill box. I don't know if Southern Miss can get out of this.
No, it's looking really. They are holding that hill perfectly. You'll see Tyler finally takes out Bombi, but Southern Miss already looking to rotate. They scrapped the hill. Syracuse had it locked down, so we will see Strahan rotating back. Steve-O takes out Robot. Strahan trying to take out Steve-O, unable to get enough kills. There's 3 Syracuse players pushing on that side, and only 1 Orbsy. Goodness gracious, Syracuse playing beautifully. Frizz taking out Tyler and Robot, and Syracuse take the hill. They are now 60 points above Southern Miss.
And I think this is where they can win the game. Not necessarily on this hill, but they are breaking it wide open now. Southern Miss have to dig deep. They are down 2-1. They need to get back into this game. They have just allowed a almost full 60 on P3, and now they're on P4 and almost allowing Syracuse to continue racking up time even further, and it's also just being contested. So Syracuse is doing everything they need to right now to win. As long as they rotate to the next hill, it's going to be a big battle over there between 2 and 5. We'll see who ends up winning it. It's going to be Robot alongside, believe that's actually it's Robot and Strahan that once that rotated, and BCL was that player for Syracuse, ends up falling, and now Syracuse gonna have to find another way to rotate through. 50 points down. If they can take a full 60 here, they will again be in the lead. So they're not out of it yet, but they need to hold this hill as Steve-O finds a double, gets traded out, and actually Strahan responding with a double of his own.
Yeah, now we've seen Southern Miss hold this hill down. This is a very hard hill to hold. there really is no spot to hide on this hill. You just have to sit there, hope and pray that the corner that you're peeking, a player walks out and you get the kill. But other than that, we will see Orbsy doing a great job at holding this hill. Southern Miss slowly climbing around 30 points down. They're gonna have to look to rotate this next point if they really want to hold it. This point about to spawn, and Southern Miss just got bad spawns off of those deaths.
But they do have the ability to get back into this hill. They did a decent job of holding it last time around. Now they're going to have to do that again if they want to keep themselves alive here in the winner's bracket. If they, by the way, the loser of this plays Southern Miss Academy. So if Southern Miss loses this, they play their Academy team, and I know they're going to be going for them. They're going to be gunning for it. We'll see, though, as Syracuse is again sent out of the hill. Good shots from Tyler, finds one, but BCL will respond. Strahan on a 5, now looking to continue running forward. He is 30 and 20, by the way, having an incredible game. But the rest of Southern Miss needs to continue picking it up. They need to find the time. They finally get back in the hill. Number 1, though, Steve-O looking to play spoiler, and is he going to be able to do just that? Bombi will fall, and Steve-O has at least taken Southern Miss off time. Not going to collect any, but Hughes can just keep holding on, and actually, I think there's just 57 seconds left on the, that's the game clock. So only 57 seconds left on the game clock. That could be a factor here if Southern Miss aren't careful. In fact, if both teams aren't careful about how they control these hills. And Southern Miss will at least get the rotation. And they did a solid job of holding this again last time too. But look at that pinch from Frizz. Mr. Robot sitting in the hill, knows his teammates are behind him, and Southern Miss may be able to bring this one back. They're starting to collect some time, 192 to 212, starting to make it happen. Do lose a couple players, but they are still spawning here. Southern Miss have the opportunity, but they need to convert on these kills.
Yeah, they need this hill. It is detrimental. The more time that Syracuse gets on this, the less and less of a chance that Southern Miss has. Right whenever that point deficit is greater than the time clock, it's game.
I mean, they are doing a great job, though, of stopping that game clock over and over. 198 now, so actually, it may just be better if they let the scrap time maybe go to Syracuse so the timer doesn't go down further, but Syracuse is the team that has rotated, and now Southern Miss are so far away, they're all getting slayed out, and that may just do it, and it does. Southern Miss gonna fall. Syracuse take the series 3-1. We'll see Southern Miss in the losers bracket against Academy.
Man, what a game. Fighting for their lives, a lot closer than what we saw, 250, 198. And it will be the kill from Strahan here. That grenade just land?
I think it landed in front of him, and then, it blew him up. That's why he put 2 bullets in. But the time a lot more even. I didn't see someone with 3 minutes in hill. 37 and 23 from Strahan, though, and 35 and 21 from Steve-O, 33 and 28 from Bombi. Great performances all around there from the Cuse squadron. Interview? We can just pop up in the middle. But we are going to pull Steve-O for an interview here in just a second as we get ready to go through our next series. All right, so you good? This one right here. All right, you good? All right. All right, Steve-O, coming off a 3-1 victory over Southern Miss and now moving on in the winner's bracket. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling all right. Hardpoint's a little choppy, but just getting used to the setups. S&D, we didn't really get any S&D reps, but we'll figure it out, look at the VOD, and move on to the next round.
Yeah. So in that search and destroy, I mean, it still goes round 11, red card. What is the strategy you guys end up calling in that round 11? I know you lost, but what was the thoughts there?
I was really just trying to make them scam and play for a pick. Unfortunately, I got picked, but I mean, it is what it is when you play with. It's a double-edged sword, you know. If you ego chow, you gotta be able to like take that risk of dying.
So I believe, if I'm reading the bracket correctly, you played the winner of UT Chat, and I forget who it would be. Is it the other side?
We played NOSU or LSU.
Or LSU. So, one, which team would you prefer to see there? And two, what do you expect out of that next round?
I got boys on both teams, but I want to see Stewie. I want to put him down. But I'm just hoping they have a good game, and I don't really care who we play. So.
All right, well, that's going to do it. Thank you for joining me. Do you have any last words you want to say before we head off into our next segment here?
Go Cuse, that's it.
All right, well, thank you, Steve-O. We will catch you guys in just a couple of minutes. We are going to set up for our next little bit here, and then we'll be right back on the other side. We're ready to get started.
Williams. I'm the company commander of the Hattiesburg Recruiting Company down here in Hattiesburg. And since about April is when our first meeting was. I met with David. I saw that you guys had an esports program on campus, and I wanted to present you guys with the opportunity to kind of mesh with the Army and our esports program. And it's been months coming, waiting, and in coordination efforts, but we're here today. And so we want to present you all with a $5,000 check for sponsorship of your Call of Duty team, which I understand is going to fund scholarships for some of your players.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, awesome. So on behalf of the Hattiesburg Recruiting Company, we just thank you for the opportunity for allowing us to partner with you guys, and we hope that this is a lasting partnership.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
I do also want to add, a year ago we went to Georgia State and there was a big Army event going on there. And ever since then, our students were talking about, oh, we want to get into this. We want to, work with them and do all this fun stuff. And I'm really glad we're able to do that. And it really means a lot to us and our students. Thank you.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, are you taking a picture? Wait, do it.
It's okay to be honest. I already know what I'm doing.
Y'all will be behind them. I already know which ones they're getting.
All you have to do is, I don't know, it's this.
Did he say walk in front of them? Oh, walk behind.
Italian sausage.
Oh, I got a pizza.
All right, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for having us yet again to host the second portion of it. This is our MRE taste test. Real quick, do you guys mind introducing yourselves?
I'm Bo or Frosty from Ole Miss.
Yep, I'm Wayne Pettit or Adam from Mr. State.
I'm Michael or Yokai from Chattanooga.
And I'm Madden from UTC.
Okay, and a quick shout out to our Army ROTC program here on USM. They provided us with these very delicious MREs that you guys have in front of you. How much do you guys know about MREs? Have you guys had experience with them, trying them, or TikTok?
I've eaten a few. My dad was in the military.
Yeah, I've had a few of these. I've never had one.
All right, so starting from Ole Miss on the way down, you guys can just read off the flavors that you have.
I got pork sausage patty, maple flavored.
I got the Italian sausage with peppers and onions and marinara sauce.
Nice. I got Southwest beef and black bean.
And I've got pizza slice, pepperoni.
All right, awesome. So a few of these entrees we already have prepared for you guys. You won't eat them cold, you'll eat them lukewarm. So yeah, we're gonna, okay.
Yeah. That's what I did.
Y'all can open your packs.
It'll be a little difficult.
So you're just, yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
See this ID card?
So what Staff Sergeant Smith right now is a quick trick that we like to do when we're out in the field. We'll use our cap, and we slit the top of it when we don't have scissors or some type of knife with us to open it up.
That's good.
So if you guys want to just pull out the contents of your bag, and we'll kind of explain to you how we typically eat it when we're not in a hurry. Sergeant Smith, do you want to kind of explain what those key things?
Yeah, so right now they're looking at their accessory packs right now. It's typically gonna have a pack of coffee or streamer or a little bit of tea. It'll have some gum, some salt, maybe some pepper, some red pepper flakes, depending on the different types of MREs that you get. Next, you'll have your side items. So it's like you got apple spice sauce, applesauce with some chunks. You got some cheese spread there. You got your spoon. You got a beef stick. That's a hot commodity. Not gonna lie. That'll get you a lot of things in the field. Chocolate protein powder. Make sure you shake that up well, or else it's just gonna be powder in your mouth.
So the green pouch that you guys are pulling out is actually the heater. So at the bottom of it, it's similar to when you have a hot hand and you shake it and it activates the warmth. This instead, you pour water into it and it makes it hot. You put your entree in there or whatever side that you want to warm up. It takes about maybe 2 or 3 minutes to get it hot, and it'll warm it up for you guys to eat. But if you guys want to start with the sides, you guys can pick your favorite side that you have in front of you, and you guys can give that a try.
Your sides are gonna be like your oatmeal cookie or your apple slices. Yours would be the blueberry.
All right, so Ole Miss, I see you cracking open something. What do you have in front of you?
I got
Smoked almonds. What's the verdict?
not bad.
All right.
That's
What are you crunching down on?
Trail mix with beef jerky.
Mmm. Yum.
Yummy, yummy.
All right, and that gelatinous spoonful of goodness that you just ate, what was that?
that was blueberry cobbler.
And
Tastes good, right?
It's something.
straight from your grandmother's kitchen, right? Yeah.
It's good. Yum, yum.
All right, and Red Chase, what are you trying?
I have oatmeal cookie. It's actually good.
Yeah, it's pretty moist, huh? Is it moist?
No. Oh, no.
So not fresh out the oven.
Everyone likes chalk.
All right, so do you guys want to try some of the drink mixes that are in there? So some of them have chocolate protein powder or some
Yours, you can either
coffee.
get chocolate protein
Some of them
powder,
have
or
juice.
like you may have like tea.
All right, so you have. Go ahead and read that out loud.
It's a carbohydrate electrolyte beverage powder. It's great.
All right, so that's kind of like a Gatorade for us. Yeah. Yeah, so you will probably.
Yeah. So you're gonna feel this top.
Great, you can try the coffee.
Feel that, open it up, and then you're gonna put water. in that.
Perfect just before Matt.
I don't think you have a
I'm gonna
drink.
be on
My
the
man, I think
stage.
you just got coffee.
I do not drink caffeine.
I don't either.
I don't drink any caffeine.
I haven't.
Well, that's fine. You can skip the you can skip the coffee if you want to try the gum. The gum is great.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Get a gum.
So when you're
Give me that red pack right there.
Yep.
Gum fire.
Oh, you got a drink right there. Orange juice. Well, more like orange Powerade. Yeah. Yeah, the easiest way to do it, just pop that thing in your mouth and just use your teeth to pull it out. Yeah, just like that. Yep. Get a little plastic in there, you'll be okay. We've all had some type of plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes even better when you're thirsty and hungry. So yeah.
Just imagine that, 30 degrees outside. You just woke up, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you have to walk 12 miles today. How hard is that gonna hit you?
It's an energizer.
Exactly. Well needed, perfect.
Well needed.
I'm gonna drink this.
So that's a great question. Essentially, you're just gonna open it up just like that. You're gonna kind of hold it like this, and then you're gonna use your other hand to hold the bottom so it doesn't spill all over you. It's a workout to drink. Delicious. And if you need, that's a napkin right there. Well, it's actually toilet paper, but you can use it as a napkin.
That's perfect.
Towel.
You don't want to use that as toilet paper. That's got alcohol in it.
It's the one with the brown wrapping
Yep.
around it.
Yeah, that's your actual TP, but most of the time it's just a napkin. No, it's just
Yeah, no, right there.
Oh, yeah.
that there.
I'll need this after you.
All right. So, are you guys ready for the main event, the main course, the main entree? All right.
Hey man, you gotta chill. You're representing the state.
Yeah. Yeah.
I shouldn't keep it gum.
All right, I'm gonna take the gums that y'all already done. Put it in the box. Start passing down. You guys have already done. Yeah, you keep it your way. Would you like to keep your
Good
granola?
luck. Good luck.
Your granola?
It's a beef jerky stick. That one is really, really good.
Also, beef jerky.
Yeah.
Is there anything you don't want in the bag?
I can smell it.
What?
You good? I'm telling you, it's happened before.
I'm aware.
Anything you don't want in the bucket? Anything you guys don't want?
Yeah, the peach
So if you see like cheese bread or something, be cognizant that that may go into your entree if you want it before you dump it in the box.
Yeah, like your crackers, your cheese spread, that typically goes in your main meal.
Yeah.
Crush the crackers up, gives a little bit of substance to your meal.
Oh, you guys don't need your dark things. You can throw that in there and you can. Are we doing it? Yeah. All right. All right. Maybe more crispy.
Yeah.
Italian sausage and pepper.
You actually really lucked out a time.
It's leaking.
I've heard it's a good.
Oh, it's leaking.
Yeah, so I've got a little bit of water.
People are dumping them all out.
Please don't drink the water.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like
So it still may be a little bit warm on the back, so try not to touch the heater portion of it. Just pull the main entree out.
Now's a good time to use your TP roll and dry off your pouch. See, that's why you don't throw your TP away.
Come on, man. Your first time?
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, you just got pizza slices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got
It's all right. You could have heated it up, but it just.
it doesn't help.
We're not spinning to the side.
So you probably should have kept that peach cobbler on there.
Oh, look at.
That's crazy.
If I get up in the middle of the turkey destroy, just.
This does not look like.
Look at that.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm going.
Very
Definitely
nice,
put your crackers.
readily made pizza slice.
What do you have over here? This is delicious.
Entertaining.
Looks just like the Lunchables you guys ate as a kid, right? Yeah.
Something like
Use your leg.
Okay, cool.
What is that?
No. Across the leg, like a saddle.
Yeah.
Oh, like this?
No. Now push down.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Oh, wow. I didn't.
So what trick are you teaching him?
Don't move that. So this is an easy way to kind of add your sides into your main meal after you've already opened it. Typically, I would not open my main meal until my sides are ready, but this is a great way to kind of stabilize your food so you don't spill it. You know, this is the only meal you're going to eat for the entire day, so. Yeah. Just go ahead and dump those. Don't even just don't pick them out. Just dump them. Yeah, just like it. Yeah. Make a nice hole there. Yep, just like that.
I mean,
Dump. Yeah, there you go. You don't have to do all of them because they're pretty dry.
Yeah, they went very good.
They are. They are not your mother's saltines. They do not have salt.
Really fun.
But if you had your accessory bag still, you could have used your salt that was in there.
Yeah.
You got seasoning.
Why is it green? Let's give it a shot.
How's your really good.
You really like the pork sausage?
I can't tell if you're joking or not, but I'll take your word for it.
I actually like it.
That's insane.
How about your Lunchable? Do you like your Lunchable?
It's very dry.
Yeah.
I love that. That's my favorite part of it, actually.
Free lunch.
And what did you have, Yokai?
That would be the Southwest beef and black beans.
And how do you like that?
I don't.
Okay.
At least he's honest.
5 big bones?
5 big boom.
Yeah, that was something.
So,
This man chili man.
right. So I would like to add that MREs are not our main meal source. The only time we really eat these is when we're out in the field and we have a limited amount of time to eat. So typically we eat these cold and we scarf it down and it really doesn't matter how it tastes. We do have cafeterias and what we call mermites, which are hot meals that come out. We also sometimes have a grub truck that comes. So yeah. MREs are not our daily meal source.
Scarfing it down.
Oh, yeah, he's.
Oh yeah, he's actually enjoying himself.
You know, you order sport. If I was a better instructor for you, I would have heated this up. No, I would have heated it up. And you could have put it there as liquid. Yeah. So right now that's gonna come out like you ever had Cheese Whiz? It's gonna come out like that.
Oh, you got it.
But if you heat it up, it becomes more liquidy, like Velveeta. It makes it way better.
Oh, I have a feeling you're not too much of a picky eater, are you?
No,
All right.
not at all. That's good.
That's awesome.
You should come see me in my office. No, thank you. You're lost. He'll be there next week.
All right, so going down the line from what you guys have tasted so far, one being the worst thing you have ever had, throw it in the trash immediately. 10 being 5-star gourmet meal. Honest rating.
I'd have to give it like a 3.
Okay. Okay. It's
Edible.
terrible.
It's edible.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say like if I had to eat it, about like a 4.
Okay.
I give it a 4.3.
4.3. All right.
I'll give it like an 8.
I'll run.
Really? I would say that it tastes different when you're really, really hungry. That 3 goes to a 7, really, really quick.
When we think about it like that, in comparison to high school lunch, I'd say it's about like 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Those 14 burgers?
And Murray's on top.
You are right about this business.
It's a commodity.
Yep.
I tried that applesauce pound cake.
I also would add, what else? What do they call the bars?
Oh, first strike.
Yeah, those first strike.
There's a few different types. You got the mocha bar, which is like kind of coffee chocolate flavor. My personal favorite is the cran raspberry first strike. It's cranberries and raspberries basically mashed together. Some gelatin over it. Candy bar.
And some of them already actually have candy in it. They have like Twizzlers and Skittles.
It's a little dry, but you know, it's got flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, saddle good. Saddle. Good stuff.
Quick learner. You guys are really missing out. They should have gave you lemon poppy seed pound cake.
That's really good.
Look at us.
Yeah. Wow.
That's what we like to call esprit de corps.
Big morale booster here.
Big morale booster.
Pound cake, smoked almond, trail mix. I really need a dry pizza slice.
It's really good.
I can't lie that.
20 of, sorry.
All right. Well, thank you guys for letting us hang out with y'all and coach y'all through how to look. Okay, one more round?
Yep.
All right.
So they'll say all.
It's like a genuine.
All right. Well, we're gonna step off.
Ellen, can you
Keeping this
do- Not that bad. Y'all are about to be. Y'all realize?
Good afternoon, USM. We're here with the USM esports competition. In front of us, we have 4 contestants that will try the Army's MREs. From left to right, can I get your names and which school you're representing?
My name is Braxton, representing the University of Southern Minnesota.
My name is Emmanuel, I'm representing LSU.
I'm Ronan, representing LSU.
My name is Daniel, I'm representing Louisiana State University. Have any of you guys had MREs before?
What MRE did you have?
I think it was the Chili Mac. I actually don't know. It was so long ago.
Chili Mac's really good.
Perfect. So now we'll let you guys open up the MREs.
If anybody needs help, let me know. I'll give you my card.
So how do you do with the card?
Thank you for asking.
I would have asked. Yeah, I'm sure you would have.
All right, so you're just gonna hold it up at the corner,
Hold it up
take
like
your
that?
card, any corner. These all have micro razors in them.
With the card somewhere?
Yeah. All right, you want some magic?
Oh, you got it?
I was kidding. There's no micro razors. No, but it's believable. No, it's just the plastic on, I guess other plastic is sharper, it's more dense, something like that. It's like diamonds on stone. Yeah, that's your side.
So in each MRE, there are going to be appetizer, a main course. Some have candy, drink powders, and utensils.
You got a lucky bro.
What I get?
You got a popcorn, right? Chocolate
I
popcorn.
got a pop chocolate. Chocolate pop.
Yeah.
I got Twizzlers.
It was reserved.
Yes. Oh, didn't you get lemon? Yeah, you got lemon poppy seed pound cake. That's the good one. Right. That's the best one.
Probably with beans.
You got chocolate peanut butter. You basically just got Nutella.
So is it like random?
Yes. So each box of MREs is gonna have 12 menu items. Obviously, they're all different. They're gonna have different sides. Some of them have repeat sides like crackers, or, multi-grain bread, or anything like that. But for the most part, it's all pretty random. So I think that's your side item. What is that? Oh, no, that's your main meal. That's tough.
Okay, so we'll first start with the appetizers. So you guys can each pick the first snack that you think looks good for you.
You got crackers and chocolate peanut spread. You got trail mix, and then I think that's jalapeno. Just peanuts.
Try the pretzel nugget.
Yeah, I would say those tortillas for your main meal.
For you, I would try the beef
Yeah,
stick.
save that.
Eat this right now?
Oh, I mean, you can eat whatever you want, but I would definitely save the tortillas
And
for
for
your main
you,
meal.
do you like peanuts or?
I would also save that for your main meal.
Yeah, we're going to trail
I
mix.
don't know if you like it spicy, but it definitely makes it better.
What is this?
Oh, that's your main meal. Yeah, go ahead, open it up, try it out. That trail mix is pretty hard to mess up.
Do you save this or chocolate?
I would definitely save that for dessert.
What are your first impressions?
You're gonna
of
want something to
the
cleanse your
pretzels?
palate.
Yeah, they're actually pretty good stuff. Not gonna lie.
Would you buy these from a market?
I mean, if they were given to me, I'll eat them, but like, I wouldn't go out and I wouldn't buy them. Motherfucker, get that out of my face.
Wow.
That's good.
I didn't know what it was at first.
So
It's awfully soft.
XXL.
It's really soft. Give me those scissors. I cannot open this.
What do you think of the taste of that beef jerky stick?
Soft. It's like baby food.
Oh, man.
Why would I want to try that.
Yeah, that's the best first strike bar you could have pulled. Cran raspberry. It's got both flavor, a little bit of tang to it. Dude, just go for it.
How's the trail mix? How dry?
Almost cried there.
Please don't. Okay, so next up, after the appetizers, we will have the main course presented to the contestants. Go ahead and take a bite of that. Big chunk.
What is it?
It's cran raspberry energy bar.
Anything that you don't want in the box, please.
Is that good?
You save
That's actually fire.
You save everything up there. Except
That's actually so fire.
shit up there.
That's so good.
Big rock hard.
That's so good. It just tastes like cranberry. Oh my god, it's fire.
What did I say? It's the best one.
It's like candy.
What? Is it actually good? No,
Oh, it's not like chalky, like other chalky, like protein bar.
It's good. It's like Laffy Taffy.
Yeah.
Just less chewy.
Alright, let's give them their name. Alright,
Oh,
anything that you don't want in the box, please.
I'd be pretty proud of that.
Yeah, I've never had that.
Start some stuff. Oh, what is it?
All right, Mr. Chili Mac, I'm gonna guide you on how to make the best chili mac you ever had in your life. So you're gonna take your crackers. Go ahead and crush those up for me, my boy. You're then gonna go in here.
You're right here.
Oh, don't tell me they removed the red pepper flakes.
Oh no, very
Oh, yeah. Take those. You're gonna dump those in your main. You're gonna rip that open and dump all those in there as well. You should have had some cheese spread. I think it might be in the pack. Heat it up. Put that in there as well, and then mix that thing up.
And then here's yours.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. Yeah, you don't have to pull that out.
Yes. So tell us what MRE you have.
I don't know what to do. Take it out. Take it out. Never mind.
You got the cheese tortellini and tomato sauce. Sounds so good. Is your spoon? Before you taste it, what are your general impressions on the look of it?
It looked like something like simply RV. Picture it don't taste like simply.
I guess we'll find out.
What is this?
That's
The hot pack.
I don't know what to do.
Instructions unclear.
Is my food in here?
Hot pack water all over my lap.
Die first day. From the heat
That's the heat pack.
Does it taste like the shit already?
Water is soaking into
A
that.
little sweeter. I get it.
Like it.
Oh.
I understand. So don't. Oh, so you messed it up. You're supposed to open it up from the side.
Take it out. Just leave the.
Now how are you gonna pour your crackers in there?
I'll get it.
Alright, and what MRE do you have?
Got the chicken burrito bowl.
What comes with that? So you got what I see right there. What's that?
That's cheese bread.
Cheese spread? Alright, what's that right there?
Tortillas.
Got some tortillas?
Some hot sauce.
Alright, so we got tortillas, cheese spread, and hot sauce. Is that going in your meal with you?
Chocolate chip too.
Are you also gonna put the pastry in your meal?
No, y'all can.
Yes.
You heard it here first. He's putting the pastry in his meal, if he can get it open. It smells good. Don't worry, it smells good. It's good. Alright. Our boy over here.
What's up?
What meal are you munching on right now?
I haven't tried anything yet, but I'm still making the best chili mac ever.
Who told you it's the best chili mac ever?
You did.
Did I?
You did. You said it's the best MRE chili mac.
Exactly. There we go.
Yeah.
You gotta specify, because there's many good chili macs.
Ever had chili mac outside of this?
That's insane. You grew up eating hamburger helper?
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
hamburger.
that's the same thing. Alright, where's the cheese sauce at? You get that thing in there yet? Trust.
It's a lot of work.
Trust.
I feel like you gotta do a lot of work to get food.
Look, you get, let's say you get 5 minutes to eat. I spend 3 making the food and 2 eating the food. Time management.
It's making a weird noise.
There it is. I'm sorry, they're flour tortillas.
I prefer flour, bro. Corn probably don't last long.
No, they don't. Alright, I'm mixing up. That is lemon poppy seed pound cake.
Oh, that's so good.
That's the good one.
That's a good song.
Dude, I see you. You gotta wait at the competition.
Alright. There you go. Crackers is the move. You gotta put some.
Are you a fan of hot sauce?
Give you a little hot sauce.
Is it good? You think?
I don't know. I've never had that.
The hot sauce? Yes. Yes. Are you like spicy food?
But it's powdered though.
It's red pepper flakes.
Oh, really?
Get crazy with that sauce.
Alright, how we looking there?
Get crazy.
Oh,
Wow, that is
pretty
it.
good.
oh, good went in there.
Would you eat this again?
I would. I would 100%.
You heard it here first.
I bet you would.
Alright.
So I got the rice and bean bowl. Unironically, this is actually pretty good, and I probably would eat it again.
You want some
Look
cake?
at that. I'm already for the people.
I want to rank it from scale.
Eat it. I'll bet you give you like spicy. Come try. Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Alright, out of 10, what would you rate your chili mac?
8.
8 out of 10. Perfect.
Good.
This is pretty good.
Out of 10.
Oh,
First. Out of 10.
I didn't even eat the tortillas, and it's still good. So.
Well, we want to thank USM for hosting this event again and letting us be a part of it. Shout out to the Army ROTC program for providing these MREs, and we hope to see you guys again.
And y'all are good. Don't keep me there for a second.
Just report.
All right, so thank you guys for coming out. Really appreciate the Army sponsoring this event. It's been an incredible one so far, but we're going to take a short little break and we'll be back in about 10, 15 minutes when we're ready to get started with the next matchup. And just trust me when I say this, it's going to be a bang now. We'll catch you guys on the other side.